Brooke Goldstein, human rights attorney, and as well as founder and executive director of the Lawfare Project. Brooke, my goodness, first of all, I just want to say we're just so happy you're safe, because I'm finding out that you were actually on a flight from the U.S. to Israel just last night as all of these attacks were happening. Your plane was diverted to Italy, and that's where you are joining us from right now. So tell us your reaction to this, and what was it like on board that plane when you heard you're being diverted because of airstrikes from Israel to Iran? My goodness.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Really, this is a historic day, or a historic past 24 hours, because Israel is doing what, frankly, the entire free world needs Israel to do, which is get rid of the #1 world's largest state sponsor of terror. And yes, I was on a flight from Miami, and I think it just goes to show the PR tactical diversion and how successful it was. Bibi Netanyahu's son was supposed to get married this weekend. We had the media report that Netanyahu and Trump were at odds, that even though a strike was imminent, there wasn't any coordination, and the U.S. did not approve. Of course, now we all know that that was, a deception tactic. And really, Israel did this preemptive strike out of necessity. The one thing that the Jewish people learned, I would say, after the Holocaust, is that if somebody says they're going to kill you, believe them. And even the IAEA just came out this past June 12th, formally declaring that Iran was not in compliance with the nuclear safeguard obligations. Just a couple days later, Iran then announced the activation of a third enrichment site. They've gone up over 50% in the last couple months of their stockpile of enriched uranium, up to 60% purity, which is just below weapons grade. For civilian purposes, we're talking about 3 to 6% purity. They have plenty of oil to sell. There's no need for enrichment, up to 60% purity, other than to be used as a weapon. It's undeniable that the enrichment was for the weapons. And also, the IDF also released a report that not only had they been obviously behind October the 7th, but it was also just announced that Iran was planning a full-scale war on Israel, that they were going to attack from, I'm just looking at the report, right. So they had developed a plan to destroy Israel by using widespread and precise fire from the entire Iranian axis, plus a ground invasion using pickup trucks from all borders, also undermining the regimes of Jordan and Egypt to attack from there. October 7th times 1,000. So this is a war, a preemptive strike, not by choice, but absolute necessity. And thank God, frankly, Israel is on the front lines, because without the Iranian regime, we're going to have a much safer Middle East and, frankly, world. And I want to make one crucial point. This is not a war against the Iranian people. This is a war against the Iranian regime. And you see how targeted Israel's strikes were. They eliminated one of the generals right in his apartment. Only the floors of the general's apartment were eliminated, and the rest of the apartment building stands with no other civilian casualties. So let freedom rule in Iran. Let the Persian people come out. It's time for a new revolution. Rejoice and revolt, and use this opportunity to establish a peaceful, freedom-loving state of Iran. I think that's what everybody wants here.
Brooke, we know that Benjamin Netanyahu for a long time has wanted to take out and strike Iran's nuclear forces. It seems as if these are the beginning processes of doing that. What should be next? What are you hearing from your sources in Israel and Tel Aviv about the next step? Is it a tit for tat and then just keep kind of going back and forth? Or why not, as a viewer, why not pounce right now? Why you've taken out, like you said, that list a minute ago of the list they've taken out with these strikes the past 12 hours?
they're pouncing, and they're going to continue to pounce. This is just the beginning, I think, of a multiple, maybe even a week-long series of strikes against all targets. We heard Benjamin Netanyahu go on live television and announce all of the different elements within the Iranian regime, as well as all the different types of sites that they're targeting. And Israel will be successful. They've completely eliminated the ability of Iran, frankly, to respond, even though they are threatening retaliation. And there will be retaliation. I'm talking about response really in a significant way. And what I'm concerned about, frankly, and what I don't hear anybody talking about, is Iran using its proxy terror cells that aren't just in the Middle East. They're in the United States, they're in Canada, they're in Europe, to go after Israeli or Jewish targets. This is what concerns me the most, because they are evil. They will retaliate and try to strike down civilians. They make no distinction between man, woman, or child. But I have to give credit to the Mossad, because, you know, we thought in 1967 that was quite the feat. But now we're hearing that the Mossad actually had boots on the ground in Iran. And that they were launching weapons from Iran to dehabilitate their ability to respond. I'm just looking at the report now. Obviously, this is all breaking. So, you know, according to the Mossad, they actually built a secret explosive drone base in Iran for this morning's operation, which is remarkable.
It is remarkable. They actually were able to sneak all that infrastructure in right under the nose of Iran. It is remarkable, as you said, and they launched it right from there on their own ground. So, wow. Brooke Goldstein, I just want to take a moment to say, we're so glad you're safe. We continue to pray for your safety and all of the Israeli people there who are still in a state of emergency as we speak. So thank you for bringing us so much in-depth detail. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
God bless.